I posted for an entire year on my YouTube Cash Cow channel and it failed. So here's why. For this particular channel, my overhead was I posted every other day, which leads to roughly about 182 posts throughout the year. For each video, average cost comes out to about $75 per video, which means that just for videos alone, I spent around $13,687 just for the video production. For project management services, which I'm paying hourly for, I added an extra $1,000 for the entire year for that, which leads to a grand total of $14,727.50 in total expenses for this particular channel. Now, here are the total views, which I'm really displeased by when I actually took a look at them. For the total views for 2022 for this particular channel, I did get 1.5 million views. However, that only equated to $6,000, as you can see here. So that's really not a lot of money. It's a little discouraging, right? In terms of the overhead, I spent around $14,000. I only made $6,000 back, which means that I'm down roughly $9,000 for the year for this particular channel. Now, this channel in particular, I've had for about 3 years, and this is the first time that this channel has gone negative. But what I want to do is I want to go over a few takeaways to kind of teach you guys and kind of go over my mistakes to prevent you guys from following the same path. Takeaway number one is that YouTube automation, it's a risky game. Anyone telling you that they can guarantee results is absolutely lying. I mean, I would be very, very surprised if every single channel that every single YouTube guru or mentor out there starts, I would be surprised if all of their channels are working. I've mentioned this in a lot of videos in which individuals who are teaching YouTube automation from the back end, I know for a fact that they have channels that are not working. They have channels that are losing them money. But what you see is the good stuff. You know, even me personally, I post on my Instagram account very profitable YouTube results. I post on my TikTok and YouTube Shorts account very profitable results because that's for a marketing perspective. It's for a marketing purpose. But YouTube automation, it's essentially a risky game. A lot of people are saying that they can achieve results of making $5,000, $3,000, $10,000, $30,000 per month. But on the other side of that spectrum, they've got channels which are losing the money. Case scenario here, I've got a channel that's losing money. In essence, takeaway number one, YouTube automation is a risky game. Risk in terms of financial risk it's moderate, okay? I do think there's a smart way to do YouTube automation that improves or gives you the best chances of succeeding. And I must admit, I didn't implement those strategies for this channel in particular. Now, takeaway number two is know when to pivot niches. Tying back to the past year of working on this channel, I did pivot niches once, and that's something that I went over within the YouTube success community. If that's something you're interested in joining, do check it out down below in the description. But I did pivot niches, which is probably why this channel kind of went haywire and you saw those spikes there. It didn't work. I've honestly thinking I probably would have pivoted niches on this channel around like 4 times throughout the year, just knowing what didn't work and what did work. But takeaway number two is that there's no hard number to kind of teach you when you should try a different niche. But at the same time, after posting videos, you should start developing that innate feeling of knowing, okay, this channel isn't working, maybe I should pivot niches. Moving on from that, takeaway number three is that everyone is doing the same thing. For this channel in particular, I'll be honest in that it's in sports. A lot of other channels are doing something very similar to this. They're doing the same exact sport. They're doing the same exact similar content. There's a lot of channels doing the same exact thing as me when it comes to this niche. And I must admit, I'm not the first one to do this type of style of content or cover this niche. I quote unquote, am copying other people, and that is why it's not working. Everyone is doing the same thing. In this takeaway, I want to teach you ways to kind of stick out. The first thing you can do is that let's pretend that you don't stick out, okay? So expect diminishing returns. If I keep doing the same thing, and again, this is the 3rd year of me having this channel, and this is the first year that it was not profitable. If I keep doing the same thing that I'm doing, keep going the same route that I'm going, I am going to expect diminishing returns. Unfortunately, in this case, I am expecting a negative return. That's if I keep going the same way. I keep doing the same thing that everyone else is doing. Now, a way to stick out though is that I can improve the content. Coming up with better topics, coming up with better titles, coming up with better thumbnails, coming up with better video editing in general. That is one way to help stick out and hopefully improve my content compared to my quote-unquote competitions. Another way to stick out is to start incorporating your own experiences. So with YouTube automation, I know it's hard to incorporate your own unique experiences and lifestyle within the videos, but perhaps start if you're in a niche in which you can incorporate your own experiences. That's something that other channels aren't doing that I'm sure will make you stick out. Now, takeaway number 4 is that this isn't my only channel that hasn't worked this year. So I have around, let's say, I think there's only one other channel that actually went into negative this year as well. Again, this is talking about the spectrum of that. While on one spectrum, I have channels that are doing extremely well, that are flourishing, that are absolutely killing it, making a lot of profit. On the other side of that spectrum, because my time is very limited and I do have a good number of channels, not every single one of my channels work. I used to hold a reputation and be very prideful of that every single channel I started was profitable, but this year that has changed. I have channels which are losing me money, and it's not just a little amount of money. It's quite a bit of money. In this channel in particular, it's lost me 9 grand over the past year, which is a pretty decent amount to kind of be losing when it comes to profitability and losses. This isn't the only channel that hasn't worked for me. I do have another channel which I haven't calculated how much I've lost yet, but I'm pretty sure that that channel is also negative. Moving on to takeaway number 5. This is the big question that I want to be asking myself, which is, why did this channel fail? And I truly believe it's because I'm very comfortable with my normal production line, which means that the script writers, the voiceover artists, the video editors that I've been working with, they've produced a lot of videos for me. And with that, I'm very comfortable with the normal production line, and I feel like the content or the way I'm creating content is getting outdated. Another reason, topics aren't super interesting, and this stems from the idea in which I really don't know this niche, to be honest. I really don't know this niche as much as I know other niches within other channels. I don't know this niche, and I also truly believe that my team, aka the script writers who are writing the script for this niche, they also don't know this niche, and that kind of leads to a subpar in the quality of content, in which if I'm not choosing good topics because I don't know the niche, and if my script writers don't know the niche and they're just writing topics based on research, that is going to lead to subpar quality. So ideally, I would recommend hiring a script writer who actually knows your niche, or at least going to a niche which you know about so you can choose appealing topics. Another reason why this channel failed, my time and effort are being fully directed towards somewhere else. What I mean by that is I am in other ventures, and right now I'm very hugely invested into taking care of the YouTube success system community. And with that, I'm always launching new updates, trying to help people with their own YouTube channels. And so my time and effort, a good amount of it is not being spent on this channel. And I can clearly see as day that my lack of efforts within this channel are starting to see. I'm losing money, and therefore it's because I'm not spending time on the channel. The beauty with YouTube automation is that you can outsource the work, but I truly believe that as a YouTube channel owner, or basically the person running the YouTube channels themselves, it's gonna take some time, your own personal time, to actually put into the channel, coming up with good topics, or basically maybe coming up with a really good team who knows the niche in order to get your channel to succeed. With my other channels that are doing very, very well, I must admit that I do spend a lot more time on them compared to this channel in particular. Reasons why I don't spend time on this channel, again, is because my time and effort is spent somewhere else, and at the same time, it really stems down to I really don't know the niche. I'm not keeping up to date with it. I don't follow any niche-related Instagram accounts or follow any niche-related news or blog websites. And that's what makes it hard for me to kind of come up with topics. Every time it's time to come up with the topics for this channel in particular, I do have trouble. I do have a difficult time coming up with good topics. And even when I do come up with those topics, they still end up being subpar. Now, takeaway number 6. So as far as the actionable steps, what I'm going to be doing next for this channel, I can ditch the channel, okay? Let it passively make anywhere from $200 to $300 per month as it has been. And what I'll do is that I'm going to start a new channel. If I'm spending around, let's say $14,000 on overhead expenses for the entire year for this channel, I can take that capital and use it on another channel, which I think will have a better chance of working. I've been a huge fan of telling people, start with a new channel, start with a new channel, start with a brand new channel. On my Discord server, you can actually see a lot of people who've been starting brand new channels from scratch, and they get videos to work. My initial plan is to stop funding this channel just because I've pivoted niches so many times. The channel has died. I post a lot of videos, but I do think there's a slight advantage to starting a brand new channel, starting freshly from scratch, and using the capital funds from this channel in particular and bringing that over to a brand new channel, which has a better chance of working. I do like that idea a lot better. I think this channel is just passively going to make me like $200 to $300 per month, $150 to say at the very least. That's my phone bill, which is pretty awesome, I'd say. Essentially, this channel did lose me money, but it's kind of leading me to believe that I should start taking action. For example, here, let's leave the channel be. Let's generate about $100 to $200 to $300 per month in passive income. Let's start a new channel, take those initial capital funds and use that to fund a new channel, and hopefully create a new channel and a better niche, which I'm familiar with, and also create better quality content, which includes better script writing, better voiceovers, and better video editing. If you want to see what it's like for me posting every single day for an entire year on my other channel, make sure to watch this video next to see how that went.